So that way we have access to information quickly
out here.
as it comes in.
I like what you're saying, except
there are still some
I
lights
do
on,
still maintain the position that League of Legends is responsible for the bedlam here.
Well, it's gonna put us in a strategic mindset in case,
eating, people shopping, hanging
or
out,
Marvel Rivals.
But obviously, it's now within the evacuation.
I'm going to see if we can make it this way and show you some of the homes. I know that there's an area here that was completely one of the streets.
All right, I'm back. We're back.
Looked like I want to make sure we clear everything and we're not in any danger with any of this stuff.
Holy moly, we're back.
All right, here we go. This is, again, we just turned on to another side street and you can see all of this damage.
Sorry that there wasn't best footage possible there
lost here. And
when I was driving and stuff, but I didn't have a second hand to.
That side. Turn over here. Here's Wagner.
I didn't have a second hand to. Arrow 55, thank you for the 50 bones. Goddamn. It's fine. We now know you have a fart car. It's not a fart car. It's not. It's not. The other car is a fart car, and it's not a fart car. It's just a normal part of the way that car smells. Okay? It's just an old car. Old cars have a smell like that. It's not a fart car. Anyway, we're good. We're good, I think. And yeah, that's it. We're good. We Will and Caroline and Farley have successfully evacuated from their area. Hollywood Hills is also on fire. How are you guys? I'm not in the hills, so I'm fine. We're gonna check in to see what the updates are on the latest. Bro has an EV car and fills it up with a different kind of gas. Okay, really funny, guys. Really funny. That's not funny. I'm lying. Chuck Dice, thank you for the 25. Alexandria Tonella, thank you for the 10. Houses near 101 are about to light on fire. Look at my message for the better link. Do we have Adrian Dittman's alt? Do we have a live update? I would like to see. I would like to see if there is a. You're not in the hills. Why are you broke? Excuse me. This is part of the reason why I'm not in the freaking hills, dude. You can't be out here being like, yo, you're not in the hills. What a hell.
Location for us to look at.
Guys, we've got some great news. A fire engine from Santa Monica Fire Department showed up, and they put out the flames of this home. Not only that, but they saved the home next door. So where this was fully engulfed just a short time ago, the flames are almost entirely put out. Nothing.
This is one of the last images that the UC San Diego cameras captured before it went offline. Jesus Christ.
Of that imminent.
The Topanga Canyon camera has some crazy imagery.
Cleared. The firefighters are now cleaning up. They're wrapping up their hoses, and you can see another firefighter coming out from between these two homes here. This is such great news, and what looked like it could have been yet another disaster has been averted. Great work, and this is.
Am I crazy? Or is it wild to me that people are like, there is a limited number of hands readily available to help people, and in that situation, like, there's still cops that are, instead of working on recovery and relief efforts, they're literally working on like defending homes from freaking looters. Like, I feel like that is genuinely a crazy situation. We gotta make a collect. Wildlife is so devastating. Prayers for all affected. Yeah, cops are out there shooting the fires. That's what they're doing. Anyway, Fox 11 still has heli above the Hollywood fire. Let's take a look.
And November, it was one fire to focus on primarily. Here we have so many fires across the area, and even those fires, and Alex, you mentioned this earlier, it's like the Sunset Fire. It's not like it's one spot. It's just several, like a cluster of fires kind of in a general area. I can't imagine how they strategize going about this, but I will say weather-wise,
the face house on our about to burn down. This dude Black Book Bank's getting sprayed on hairline.
To air attack these over the course of the night tonight. We'll head back to you.
Saying that, we're seeing a live water drop, so great timing there. Adam, thank you for such a thorough report and forecasting. That was at Lascos there on your screen for a moment, but we want to give some new information about the Sunset Fire in the Hollywood Hills. Just a couple of things. The mandatory evacuation now includes the Dolby Theater El Capitan Entertainment Center and the...
That's an L for Black Boy Max. That's why, listen, I knew, okay, you want to know what the real old head content heads look like? L for Black Boy Max. Let me tell you why, okay? I knew that there was a point today where I would have to potentially evacuate, okay? And I knew, because I am a freak, I have my remote desktop set up, ready to go, locked and loaded in the car, and I have not one but 2 backpacks, one with 4 modems and one with 8 modems, ready to let it rip. I used the new backpack, the 8 modem backpack, when I was going to pick up Will this time around, okay? Because I knew that the escaping of the fire would potentially make for decent content, while I'm also, you know, while I'm also trying to make sure that my family is safe. Max tries streaming his evacuation with an Android but lost connection. That's what I'm saying, dude. It's like a machine over here. Anya needs to knock some sense into your content brain. Okay. All jokes aside, I am very safe. Okay. I'm very safe. Like, in terms of, I would never actually jeopardize any of, you know, my loved ones for stupid stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. A machine, no empathy. How am I no empathy when I'm the hell? That's a dedication to the trade. Exactly. All I'm saying is I set it up ahead of time, so I knew that if I had to, like, you know, leave instantly, I could still continue filming the journey. You think, but you don't want to be walking on the highway? Okay, but like I have a very low amount of stuff that I need to bring around. I'll bring with me, so it's fine. Your fans are taking you seriously again. It's so stupid, dangerous, because burnt house material is so full of everything you should never breathe, ever. Oh, stop woke scolding the young ones. Bro, you need to be safe, not get a clip. Sometimes a clip is more important than the safety. Okay? Sometimes.
I'm looking at all the fires and my heart just breaks. I'm literally in tears. It's apocalyptic looking out here and seeing everyone looking out. And,
I gotta go pee real quick.
Fires on the hillside, and we have over 100 beds ready right now. I mean, literally all night long we'll be there at the desk, ready to take anybody in. 2301 Bellevue Avenue, Los Angeles, California. I mean, we're just here to serve. We've been here for 30 years, and I've never been more heartbroken. I've never been more saddened to see. You know, I can care less about the fact that I've been displaced. You know, really, I'm in my office and my family, my dogs, everyone. I'm looking at the fire and watching you guys, and I'm just in absolute tears. And all we want to do is provide solutions. And we got great old hospital rooms that we use for all of our volunteers that come, you know, in the summer to serve. But it's already ready to go. We got free meals a day, showers, room, everything. We just want to love on LA and take in anyone that's in need, and just be there for this city that has just been so kind to us. And hopefully we've been kind in return, but we're ready, we're able, we're willing, we have the infrastructure in place, and we're ready to go.
Pastor, sorry, are you saying that you yourself are an evacuee as well?
Yeah, I'm by the Altadena fire. I've been without power for 30 hours or so, and so I'm kind of the displaced, helping the displaced, but that's kind of the LA spirit.
Yeah, and your home is okay as far as you know?
So far. You never know with these winds changing, you know, but yeah, so far so good, and I'm just here, and really all my eyes are all on the mission right now, and that is just kind of being there for such a time as this. And I'm just looking at I can't believe I'm seeing this hillside right now. It's
well, and let's
absolutely stunning.
Let's talk about that, because you know, this fire not all that far from you. Are you worried that you may have to evacuate the Dream Center? Any indication of that?
Not yet. I can't imagine it getting this far, but I think it could. I mean, I think all those things are out the window now, the way these things are flying around. But we're going to stay here as long as we possibly can. We're going to push the envelope as long as we can to be here for people until we're kicking and screaming out of here, because we were born for this day of adversity, and we were born for this season, and we just, you know, feeding people all day today, 9 to 5, coming by, because people, you know, can't go to work and losing a little bit of extra income and offsetting it by going to our food line that's open from 9 to 5 every day, and just giving groceries. So it's the best thing we could do is just throw every resource that we've had over the 30 years. The LA has allowed us to have by their kindness and generosity, and just making ourselves available. There's no, like you, 20-something hours a day on the air. There's no like clock pushing or anything like that. There's no like punching in and punching out. It's just, it's all hands on deck, all hours of the day, all the time.
You know, we've been in touch with one of your colleagues, Clint Carlton, who had reached out to me when we first needed evacuation centers and said, hey, the Dream Center's open. So we have been providing that information to our viewers now for well over 24 hours. Did you, in fact, see some evacuees from any of these fires? Have you taken some in thus far?
Oh, yes, we have. We've taken many in. We've had one family lost their entire house. They came in. They lost everything. We've had individuals come in. We have people calling now. I mean, I really believe by tomorrow, all 108 of those beds will be filled. And the good thing about it is we'll just be there for them however long it takes. That's the whole Dream Center. We give people the luxury of time to really take their time to rebuild their life properly. And so it's, I think reality is setting in. The first few hours it was a little slower, but now day two, we're getting tons of calls. People are coming in now like crazy. Reality is setting in that maybe they just might not be able to go back for a while or come back to anything anymore.
Yeah. Well, if people want to help or get more information on what you guys do, it's dreamcenter.org. If you can donate, it's a great way to be able to help people as well.
You can pull the chair
we
over
love
if you
what they
want.
do and endorse what they do. Pastor Matthew, address one more time as well for people that may be desperate for a place to come to right now.
Yeah, it's 2301 Bellevue Avenue, Bellevue, Los Angeles, California, and people are right there at the desk right now ready to receive anyone who comes in immediately.
Is DoorDash still working? I don't know. I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm not brave enough to try. Okay, I feel like that's a wild thing to do at this moment. You know what I mean? Hey, hey. Hey, surf, brave the treacherous terrain for me, please.
Give me 5 minutes. I just
in the midst of all of this, yeah, it's not Kaya that's being a menace. Farlito is also being a menace right now.
He's, you know what? He's traumatized. Okay?
That's true. Did you look up the trazodone? It's on the counter if you want it.
Will. Okay.
For love for this city.
I just want to see.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
just looking at the updates.
Kaya has not Kaya, sorry. Farley has anxiety.
Who doesn't?
Yes, Marlon, it's interesting. Y'all were talking about world-famous Hollywood, world-famous Malibu here, also feeling the blunt of this firefight. We are on PCH up on the bluff. There's one of the many fires through Malibu, through the Palisades. We are on the western end of the Palisades, right near the line with Malibu, right below the Getty Villa. Kind of get your bearings on where we're at here. Several homes on that ridge have been burning the last couple of hours.
All right, they're showing Malibu. Show us Hollywood, man. Where's Hollywood?
That is Lecco Lane and Puerto Marina Way, if you're familiar with it. And there's a home, actually it's a very large 3-story condo building to the left of where you see the flames. It's in darkness now. The power's been cut off there, but we see some of those engines over driving around, a lot of red flashing lights. They're trying to save that building as the flames are getting dangerously close on the eastern side of that flank of the fire. They've already lost, by my count, about 3 or 4 homes there in the last hour and a half, as many of these active fires continue to burn in the Palisades. We say structure protection up there, but we don't know if they have any water. Remember at that press conference a couple of hours ago, the head of LADWP saying the 3 large water tanks they depend on here in the Palisades, she claimed were full to capacity as the fire broke out, but then
basically evaporating off the Pacific Ocean and moving inland. And right now, that is one of the ingredients that we need to help the firefighters and the water dropping helicopters and the Phos-Check dropping, so that we increase the moisture and, of course, the vegetation, more importantly. It's still very, very dry at the surface, so it's going to be a long haul to actually get there, but at least that is a sign of improvement. We're going to see more of that tomorrow afternoon, but unfortunately tomorrow late afternoon, early evening, it looks like we are going
Oh, this one? Yeah. Dude, look at this. Sunset fire caught its first home, and it appears a resident came out of the home, extinguished the flames, and CBS filmed it all live.
Oh my God.
Dude, imagine your balcony is on fire and you just like bust out with a fire extinguisher. I mean, I got one
I'm
over
trying
there.
not to imagine my balcony on fire. I have one here.
Yeah, I have one back there.
A little baby fire.
We'll be fine. Please stay safe. There's a... Wait, what? There's a threat on West Hollywood now? No, there isn't. What are you talking about? Runyon Canyon is on fire. I've never seen anything like this. Born and raised in LA. All of West Hollywood and Hollywood is now under threat. Yeah, West Hollywood is under threat. Why? Because that guy said it? Yeah, I'm good. I think we're gonna wait on, official confirmation, considering that where I'm at right now is not even a secondary, in a secondary evacuation zone where like you need to prepare for evacuation. I'll be all right, A guy said it at 6 p.m. on Twitter. So also the problem, that area is like both Hollywood and West Hollywood. That's why people are saying that. But Hollywood is massive and West Hollywood is massive. Hey, Farlito.
Is that right now or?
Yeah, there's just aerial views and stuff. Wait, this is kind of funny. I just realized. Yeah, LA reporters on the ground during live shots are increasingly discussing themselves and the difficulty processing the fires, making comments about that fire is near my family, so I'm paying really close attention to that one. It's been 2 days of this. It's just a lot. Yeah, it's really interesting when it's your home. Yeah. Those very same war correspondents, when they go to Gaza, well, they don't go to Gaza, they go to Tel Aviv and talk about all of the, destroyed houses very differently. Now, of course, I still obviously have sympathy for people that are, directly in the crosshairs of this natural disaster. But I also have sympathy for, people directly in the crosshairs of another thing that is not a natural disaster, but a man-made form of violence, Israel's violence in Gaza. So that's just like really interesting to think about. Have you tried Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream zero sugar soda? What are you? Look at this. I'm literally drinking that right now. We were previously warning about the fire coming into the city via Santa Monica, or via the hills in Santa Monica. Now we should even be more worried about this new fire could come into the city via Hollywood and West Hollywood. Is very concerning, is what they're saying on ABC 7.
This is where the fire is right now. It is burning in this
They're
direction.
just saying,
if I expand out even further,
they're just saying in the worst case scenario, it might
right here.
Seep
and look
into
at the homes that are along Carson.
By way of the,
but let's say hypothetically, if this fire continues to burn in this direction, which is where it's going, look at everything that's in its way from these big properties, but getting down to Carson. Then you start getting into this massive amount of a populated area. And for perspective, we talked to you about Hollywood and Highland. I'm going to move the map over. Right over here is, let me expand out a little bit more. There's Highland, and Hollywood Boulevard is right here. So the fire is here. It's burning in this direction, and all of this populated area, Hollywood Boulevard, Sunset Boulevard, Highland Avenue going up and down, all of this could be in danger. Chris, I'm going to throw it back to you.
Was there public announcements about the fire risk in the days before the windstorm? Did somebody just not listen? Wait, what do you mean? They did say that there's going to be some really, there's going to be a lot of winds, which can open itself up to a risk of potential wildfires. But notice how everyone on television is saying, this is historic. This is historic. This has never happened before. That's because this is historic and that people did not suspect it ever to get to this degree. Normally, there are areas that are prone for wildfires. Okay. Every year during wildfire season, you know exactly which areas have high risk of wildfires. View from behind the Runyon fire looking towards the city an hour ago. I cannot believe that we watched this when it was literally like this big.
It's insane how fast.
Like when it was a blip, the first thing I did was like, oh my God. like the first thing I did was heat you guys up, and that was like it was like this much. And now a couple hours later,
it's because it's so fucking dry. It's so dry, and you know the combination with the winds and it
was literally 2 small spot fires, and look at it now. This is from an hour ago too. Hasan, look at the Joe Rogan tweet from about a year ago about some firefighter claiming that this will happen because LA is too dry to handle this. It is insane. Yeah, I mean, that's you know, it's not a conspiracy. Ted texted me, "What's your plan?"
Nivison?
Yeah, ballin' tomorrow, brother. We were supposed to play basketball tomorrow morning.
Where?
At a park.
Why do you do this?
I mean, it's just I played this morning.
Why?
I don't think
the air quality is terrible.
I know. I actually
No,
I did.
I'm so serious.
I didn't realize that it was like that. I played basketball this morning, and it tasted like metal in my mouth.
Yeah, it is across Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Poor air quality. You're not supposed to go outside.
Okay, I'm not very smart.
No.
Like everybody knows this. I say it all the time. People don't listen to me when I say it. Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna actually play basketball with Ted.
Are
guys.
you kidding?
Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm not. I would like to. It depends on the wind conditions and where the fire is. Imagine if the wind moves the smoke away from where I'm playing basketball. Like, what are you gonna do? Not.
It is gonna be so smoky tomorrow. It's all coming this way.
Yeah, women always shitting on your phone. True. Okay, I am kidding.
Yeah, you know
but
what?
I'll you know, it's more so like we're in a holding pattern. We're in a wait and see type situation. An evacuation center for a Sunset Fire has been opened at the Pan Pacific Recreational Center. Opened at. Okay, Pan Pacific Recreational Center is now an evacuation center. Ladies and gentlemen.
See Slime's tweet where he's like, I'm gonna get arrested real quick so I can go fight these fires.
Oh, is he talking about? I didn't see that.
Yeah, he said I'm gonna go get arrested, incarcerated, so then I can go fight these fires.
Yeah. Here's a list of resources for shelter, animal boarding, free items, and distribution hubs. These places can also use donations, e.g. food, water, masks, and blankets. Oh, that's crazy.
All right, well.
You must ball tomorrow. What would LeBron do? LeBron would ball. LAFD says all fires in Soul Killer are 0%
LeBron would
contaminant.
get on his private plane and get the fuck out of here.
He would never do that. He would save Los Angeles. Just like he saved basketball. Just like he saved the sport of basketball, he would also save the city of Los Angeles.
All right, I'm gonna go talk to your mom. So just let me know if my place is on fire.
Okay.
Just keep an update.
I will let you know. Kai Cenat save us. Yeah, Kai Cenat's gonna save us with content. Caroline, you have overtaken as my favorite podcast, formerly known as Fear Ann.
Oh.
You're stealing our audience. We're already suffering. What the hell?
Yeah, they want the.
This is a problem. You want to know why? Because we're not misogynistic enough. That's the issue.
Yeah,
if we were more misogynistic,
that's the issue.
we would never lose to women podcasts. We would never lose audience
you just
numbers.
have to give your opinions on pop culture more, and then you'll get hit with the misogyny.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that. That's my 5-head plan.
My mother's calling me again, so
You're okay.
holler if there's.
I will let you know if your house is on fire. I promise.
Sunset fire yet again, and it looks like some embers.
This is from 25 minutes ago.
There for one residence. Could be an apartment. Let's go over to Gil Lavis. He's overhead in Sky 5. Gil.
Yeah, Mike and Cher, we're trying to get an angle on this. It looks like a fire on a balcony, possibly. Some of the embers got into a balcony, it looks like, or maybe it's a roof line. It's hard to tell. Actually, it looks like a balcony there that's caught on fire. This is off of Franklin and Vista, and that fire just kicking off just moments ago. We came around in an orbit and spotted it, and so that's the first structure that has caught fire here that we know of, and we're waiting to hear from the fire department if they are aware of it or not. We just started kicking off when we came around on that orbit, so that's a big concern for fire.
This is
Good news. The Sunset Fire is slowing down. Looks like it won't spread much more. There you go. See? No need to worry. No need to worry. We're all good. We're all good. You see that? I just don't understand why people don't just surround their homes with water to stop the fires like a moat, right? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. See? Fire already on its way out. It's so last year, dude. Fire is a construct. When you think about it.
It is, and down to Sunset Boulevard.
Seems like
Absolutely.
basketball's back on the
Thank you so much
menu.
for that
Let's go!
update, and it is so good to see those water dropping helicopters, and for the water to make, look, 2 of them right there, to make it right on there. It's a very precise.
Hasan gets so manically positive in times like this. It's called ultra instinct. Okay. My life is so boring and so the same every single time, every single day, that when there's a situation where I have to lock in and do stuff, it's like I get excited. Do not disgrace that term. You are remarkably chill for having a big fire like a few miles out from your house. I mean, it's fine. It'll be all right. Spot fires are still going. I know. I'm trying to maintain a positive. I'm trying to maintain a positive attitude throughout the situation because, you know, what are you gonna do? It's completely outside of my hands. It's completely outside of my power. There's nothing I can do. I can just like only sit back and react to it and try to do my very best to, you know, improve my immediate circumstances. Sometimes that's the best you got. Sometimes it's the best you can do. This is what I meant. With these high wind fire events, we've observed fires jumping miles ahead of the fire line, like unbelievable fire behavior. These conditions are insane. Yeah. Breaking news. I saw on TikTok wood elves are doing this. Stay inside. Okay, I was going to go outside, but I think I'm going to stay inside now. Actually, that's not even a joke. I would go outside right now. Hasan, if you survive, Keizo said he'd do a gym collab. Shut up. Are you serious? That'd be sick. I watched a TikTok the other day of that one guy who like rates bodybuilders and stuff and like their bodies, and he was saying like Keizo might be a power lifter. He's got a power lifter build. Having defensible space around place helps firefighters save your places. What is this? Fox 11 newscaster was asked by a random man why the fire started, and his answer is sending me.
So the family with the poor little girl who was.
Fire happening right now.
Say that again?
Why is there a fire happening right now?
There are multiple fires that are taking place.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're the news though. You're supposed to know.
Well, I don't know how it started. We don't know how it started. There, you know,
I think
winds.
It's all the gay people in LA.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. That's right. He's like, and me, myself included, I'm about to go do some gay shit.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Gina,
That's amazing. Does this dude just ever shut the fuck up? What is this? Hey, at what point do we start entertaining the idea that this is an attack? Arson is a real possibility. Oh my God. We are so fucked, aren't we? Nah, we'll be fine. Nah, we'll be fine. Real men and women are out there fighting a fire. What the fuck are you doing except sitting at home with privilege, making millions from a tragedy? Dog, what do you want me to do? Learn how to fight the fires? Like, Chatter, what's wrong with you? It's literally in my ass cheeks. The fire is like one fart distance away from me. What do you want me to do? Fucking die? Why are you getting mad at me, dude? Learn to firebend, bozo. I did my very best. I had friends that were literally inside of the fire. I went and I picked them up with that Caroline chick. Okay, that's insane. They were literally in the fire, okay? Like they were in the range of the fire. They had to evacuate. You're mad at people who are that you're supposedly sympathetic to. What else am I supposed to do, bro? I can't fight the fire. I don't know how to fight the fire. If I did, I would. Is she 15? I'm 15. What? Ew. Why? Ew. I'm engaging with a guy with a pedophilia username. Out of all the usernames he could have, picked out, he picked the one where he's like openly admitting to being a pedophile. What's wrong with me? Oh, brother. What's that, brother? Ugh.
Reservoir. It's a quick 2 or 3 minute flight. Once they get their water, they're back on scene, and it's making a big difference for the firefighters on the ground out here now. We're hearing that additional strike teams from LA County Fire have been set in to help the LA City firefighters on the ground here, as well as strike teams that are in place right now trying to get the fire.
Be careful, it's on face. Lacey says that people are robbing each other on the streets now, and it's the apocalypse in LA. I'll just say it like this. I don't think situations like this bring out the best in people, okay? I don't think that it's bedlam and people are just like robbing people, okay? But I will say that judging by, what I saw out there when I was driving around a little bit, it's definitely like... Lacey said people are getting mugged on the streets right now. Yeah, people come together when it's time for recovery. While it's happening in the process, people are not great. If they're crazy on the road, it's worse on foot. No, it is really bad on foot. I know. Will was telling me. I think the situations like this bring out the extremes in people, both good and bad. Yeah. The one thing that's shocking to me is they actually move resources away from the rich people area to help to stop the fire in Hollywood. Yeah, there's so many more people in that area. Palisades is done. It's just done. It's over. Palisades is 75% of it is destroyed. What is this?
Is over the Sunset Fire yet again, and it looks like some embers may have hit a roof there for one residence. Could be an apartment. Let's go over to Gil Lavis. He's overhead in Sky 5. Gil.
Yeah, Mike and Cher, we're trying to get an angle on this. It looks like a fire on a balcony, possibly. Some of the embers got into a balcony, it looks like, or maybe it's a roof line. It's hard to tell. Actually, it looks like balcony there.
Is it that one guy's house again, bro? This guy's house is slated to be, it's no matter what, he just keeps catching the embers, bro. What is happening? Or is that the same clip?
It's, caught on fire. This is off of Franklin and Vista, and that fire just kicking off just moments ago.
I thought it was the same house. Like, God hates this guy, man. The fire gods hate this man. They're just like, nah, dog, we're going to blow your shit up, okay? You've been bad, and I know. Final Destination house. That'd be funny if that was the case. I mean, it would be dark, but...
It was orderly and respecting each other, but it took about 45 minutes to get out of the area.
My dad thinks the fires could have been started by Al-Qaeda. I almost had a stroke.
I'm sure, of course, that you have a lot of friends, neighbors. Where did they go?
Dog, Al-Qaeda is too busy literally controlling Syria, okay? I feel like they got responsible governance and institutional development to worry about right now. They're too busy about that.
Scrambling and filling their cars. It really gives you that feeling of, intensity and scared.
No, go ahead. Sorry, Jake.
I was just saying everybody was getting out as fast as they could. I'm not sure where everybody went, but.
Yeah.
All right.
You know,
according to the LA Fire Department Helco overhead helicopter coordinator, the fire, the Sunset Fire that we're looking at right now, is approximately 50 to 60 acres. Okay. Libs of TikTok thinks the vaccine caused it. Don't you hate it when climate change appoints a DEI hire to run the fire department, gives away fire equipment to Ukraine, stops critical control burns, defunds the fire department, refuses to build more water reservoirs and store water, cancels fire insurance, mismanages forests and brush, and fires firefighters for refusing an experimental vaccine? Oh my God. I can't believe the DEI hire did so many things. It feels like she's a real upstart. You know what I mean? Like she was grinding. She was doing Sigma grind set. Except none of those things were the responsibility of the fire chief. You just literally slammed all of your personal... Like, can you imagine? The fire chief, the lesbian fire chief was like, finally, as the lesbian DEI hire fire chief of Los Angeles Fire Department, I can't wait to give away my fire equipment to Ukraine. Oh no, we're out of fire equipment. Like, is that what you think is happening in your world? What kind of manic, psychopathic shit is this? Yeah. Notice how she says Ukraine and not Israel, by the way, because if we gave all of our fire equipment to Israel, that'd be good. Bomb lefts predicted your valuable items 5 seconds ahead of time. A hard time when they come in here and realize that I have nothing of value. Like,
dude, I'm running into his house and stealing the Zin towers.
Shouters be like, come on, bro, please
He
leave.
reads the word
Please leave
shit,
your
I
house
swear to
unlocked.
God.
It's like, what are you going to take? My Zin towers and my, you know, toys? You say you don't know how to fight the fire, but you know how to rake the forest? Yeah, everything was so much better when white men ran the country. Like, there were no big fires or anything like that when white men were in charge.
And there were several fire engines that were staging here. This is as you're going up the canyon. As you can see, the road gets steeper here, and the fire is just off into the distance. They're just basically beyond these homes right here. Now, the good news is this. Those fire companies just pulled out of here because it looks like fire is getting on top, the fire department is getting on top of this blaze, the Sunset Fire. I want to take you, though, to some video captured earlier, just a chaotic scene as people were trying to evacuate Hollywood after authorities came in and said this is a mandatory evacuation. You should see those pictures now. People trying to get out of Hollywood after the police came in and said it is time to go. We know that 23 fire companies are here trying to get water on top of this fire. We've also seen hand crews from LA County that have been going up these winding roads and the steep...
Are you in a safe zone? No, I'm in a danger zone. I just like to live life dangerously.
From Sky 5, we've been seeing the water drops from helicopters. Just gridlock, though, in Hollywood as people were told to evacuate. Authorities came in and said, if you are in this area, it is time to get out and head south. Now, we don't have any reports right now of injuries, no reports.
Have you hiked Runyon before?
Of any buildings, all these apartment buildings down here or homes at the base of the canyon suffering any damage or any ember cast, anything like that. But I can tell you it's just been a chaotic scene, especially with everything going on. And that it appears the fire department is making progress on this blaze. It's not only good news, but it's remarkable given how stretched thin firefighters are all throughout LA County, given all the wildfires that are currently...
Remember those from 9/11 who developed terminal cancer by breathing in copious amounts of particulate matter in the air? Yeah, maybe don't do that because you want to shoot some hoops. Brother, are you comparing me to people who were at ground zero? That's crazy, okay? And no, I'm not going to play hoops. Like, calm down. I was joking. Jesus Christ. I will say this. Maybe maybe even like it might be placebo, but even like going in that direction of where the fire was, it's like you immediately start getting a little heavy for sure. And I wasn't even in that area for that long. A lot of people were playing basketball near Ground Zero the day after 9/11. Chatter's even backseat your reaction to a natural disaster, man. Yeah.
As well as physically ensuring people have evacuated in some key areas, which are north of Franklin, from Fuller to Visla. And we want to ensure that specific area within our larger evacuation zone, that specific spot is
I think they're saying that they might have it under control.
Firefighters are going door to door in that area.
Dude.
So that's going to include Camino Palmero Street, which runs between Vista and
all
Fuller,
things considered,
that one little pocket there that pushes right up against the canyon.
Yes, Kai, I love you. Everything in between there. We know there's apartment buildings, etc.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And this is obviously
he
just
is
one
so
part
jealous,
of our
dude.
larger
So jealous.
evacuation
That's
zone.
crazy.
So we are in no
Hey,
way
chat, what's up?
saying that everybody else can stay put. If you're in the zone, please leave. Hollywood Boulevard, Sunset
Did you load up on
Boulevard
emergency
are full
dudes
of
and sodies?
apparatus,
Dude, I
so
have...
Don't try to go east to west.
Like, if
on
there
those
wasn't a
roads,
fire
just go south.
situation, but like any sort of situation that required me to be bunkered up here, I have enough Mountain Dews to last me at least a 2-week period. Drinking at like a 10 dew clip a day.
I worry about you.
Recreation Center.
Nah, dude, we're
Beverly
good.
Boulevard
We're
is
good.
as open and available as a shelter.
Margaret, you mentioned Hollywood High School as well earlier. Does that still
Oh my
stand as
God.
an evacuation
What?
center?
We're gonna have our first sleepover.
I know.
Should we order a
That didn't
pizza?
come from me. I'm not
Who's
sure
gonna deliver the pizza?
provided you that. I know that I can confirm Pan Pacific Recreation
Can we get a
Center.
freezer pizza?
Great.
I mean,
so
we
there's
could
at least
we
that.
could
We know
walk if
Hollywood
the
High
store
School
is open.
available, from other sources.
We
but,
can walk somewhere.
Well, Margaret, you saw the
Do you want to
gridlock.
watch
I know you've been watching these
Nosferatu?
images.
He sucked the booby.
It's
I'm
a
down.
double-edged
I'm down to
sword.
watch a
It's,
movie.
you know, people heeding the warning to get out, but at the same time,
Y'all still recording for your
end?
end? Yeah.
Frustration.
I mean,
that
I might
we've
live in
seen so
Hassan's house
intimately
now.
of people
Yeah,
trying to
it's
get
gonna be
out
much easier for him
of other
to
fires as well
record
over
for
the
your
last
end.
24 hours plus.
I don't know about that.
Talk about the balance that's involved with trying to get out, even facing frustration in gridlock.
Yes, you know, we see
chat,
this in
I don't know if
many
Hassan gave you like
places when there's
a clear
massive
idea of what happened to
evacuation.
us.
Even when
but
they have, you know,
I was
more
streaming, and Caroline came in, and one of her friends had messaged her and was like, "Hey, Caroline, there's a fire near our place. Their places aren't near our place. It's small right now, but we just wanted to let you know." Caroline came into my stream room, and we decided, like, all right, end stream, pack a few things, and like 10 minutes later, we had an evacuation notice. We were already like in the car, but we couldn't get out of our building because all of those streets are gridlocked. And like it was just madness. Like I had to park my car in like an auxiliary spot in my building because we couldn't even get out of the parking lot, and we just walked out.
Yeah, I told him walk south, and then I'll come. I was gonna get my mom to pick him up first, but I was like, I don't want to do that because she's immobile. Like,
and when we walked out, like we could see the fire, like it was next to it. Like you could feel it, you could smell it. So we were like, oh shit. So we walked out.
Yeah, it's madness on the streets. It is like a movie on the streets. Like it is. From what I saw, and Will can speak to this more because he was literally walking on the streets, but like LA drivers are pretty bad in general.
Dude,
when there's not a fire going on.
My adrenaline was jacked. It was like Thunderdome. People were screaming at people.
Yeah.
Someone ditched a car.
It was giving Purge vibes. Cutie Hassan Rella, thank you for the 10 gifted. It was, we're good now, but
yeah, Hassan told me that my place was going to be fine, and he's the Turkish Smokey Bear. He keeps saying that. He keeps saying like no one knows fires like I know fires is what he said in the car.
What the fuck are you sending me? What? Have you seen Jamar Chase's 50K grill? What? That's pretty sick.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Man, look at me. You know what he did? Yes, sir.
Are those like placed in so they like grind your teeth so you can like put them on? Is that one of those?
Grind your teeth? No. They click in.
No, but sometimes they do that. Sometimes they like if you have like permas,
he had a mold of his teeth taken and those click in.
Oh. Jason, let me look at Hasan's stream. Lol, what?
It's you?
I don't know. Look at the news, Jay. Hold on, let me look at Hasan's stream. What's up, man? Nice to meet you, bro.
We were already like in the car.
I'm watching right now on Twitch.
Hey.
Damn.
Yeah, that was not a newsworthy moment. I'll be real.
Popped up quickly.
This is crazy.
And within 5 minutes, he says it was about 10 times the size, and then
man,
the
LA
entire
is really
hillside
getting
was
pissed on right
engulfed
now.
in flames
Yeah.
within 20 minutes. And
Fire
look,
department
he's
reporting they have a
panning
spot
down
fire
right
outside
there.
the
That
line
is
of the
Person
Sunset
Ave.
Fire at 2451 Nichols
He
Canyon
didn't
Road.
really know what to
Unknown
do.
as a
Like,
new
he's
start
staying
or
put
related
right
to the
now
Sunset
because
Fire.
He feels kind of like he's trapped.
It doesn't
but
look
also,
like it will get out of control.
went
They're
back
going to get a
up
water
that's
drop
from
and
his
hopefully that
roof,
will knock it down.
angle. It kind of feels
Immediately
like
someone
it's
goes, somebody's
dying
lighting
down,
these fires.
as John reported.
Dude,
I don't mean to laugh.
Dude, the conspiracies are gonna. Okay, first of all, you can laugh. Your house is literally about to be engulfed in flames.
I thought you said it was gonna be okay.
You're gonna be okay, but like,
I thought you said it was gonna be fine,
bro. If you're,
you told me it was gonna be okay.
My rule of thumb is if you're in the evac zone and you can taste the fire, you're allowed to make jokes about it.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Someone literally was telling me in the chat earlier, like, "Oh, Mr. Socialist Man, here, taking advantage of a tragedy. Why don't you go put out the fire?" Like, unironically, they were like, "Go fight the fire."
He wears Velcro shoes, chat. He can't fight the fire.
No, first of all, Marat wears Velcro shoes, and he's the only volunteer firefighter that we know. Okay, he is way more autistic than me. He's way more autistic than me.
God help us.
Oh, did you see this one? This one was amazing. Santa Monica warden issuing parking tickets in the middle of a fire. You can see the fire in the background.
No.
Honestly, that's why you need the police. Not because of the revenue collection side, but because if someone catches you doing that, they're going to do something criminal.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sad. I don't want to hear any conspiracies about this. My family and friends lost their homes. They're literally reduced to ash. I'm sorry about that, chatter.
I'm kind of in the same boat with you, chatter.
Yeah, Kason's house burned down.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Oh, fuck, man. Bro, it took less than a day for your at least one consequential natural disaster prediction to come true.
God. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Dude, this is insanity.
You can let her out. They can play. They'll be fine.
Caroline's dogfighting.
Yeah. Efendim anne. What? Wait, what? What? Why?
Noticing is the stark contrast between a building like this one and, say, the Pharmaca right next door. It's amazing. It's completely unscathed. And then we're on the other side of the street where there's a Chipotle, a Boca, an ice cream shop.
I'm losing my mind. My mom is inviting random people to my house right now.
She saw some people
I have to go
on the
deal
camera
with this.
outside your place, and she asked them on the
Individual
intercom if they want to
that were
come in.
engulfed in flames, and that's what a lot of the neighborhoods around here look like too. You have 1 or 2 homes that are completely fine, and then 2, 3, or 4 homes that are decimated. And people are understandably curious and concerned. They've been coming back to their homes today.
Who's the real socialist
here? A lot of
here?
young people have been devastated to learn that their family home is no longer. That's been a tough pill to swallow. You see a couple of the police cars coming down this way. It seems as though, you know, they're just heading to these hot spots from one spot to another. and doing their best to prioritize areas where they can fortify structures, where they can do structure protection.
Oh my God, there's still fire going inside
Obviously,
there.
a building like this one, this Chase building, is a total loss at this point. This is not something that they can save, but there are other areas and other homes that they are able to save. We caught up with an Army reservist who was just driving by. He stopped to talk to us. He's from Long Beach. He was in the Army for many years, and he's heading up to Topanga Canyon right now just to help, just to offer his
Caroline,
services.
I think we're gonna go get a freezer
he says,
pizza
you know,
tonight.
he was in the Army and his duty is to protect and serve, and that's exactly what he's doing tonight. Listen to what he told us.
So I think Jimmy Carter said it best.
Will wants to get a freezer pizza.
Yeah.
And bust it open.
Well, I'm eating
So
my
I think
feelings. You know I
that's
do
the
that.
most important part, right? Like, besides
It's
the
probably
politics,
safer
besides the
too.
distinctions
You know
of
what's probably the
religion,
safest thing to do?
besides all the nonsense
We build
and the
a
noise that's
pillow
going on
fort
nationally,
in your
what matters today
in
is
your
that
living
people are
room.
losing
Not
their
flammable, you're
livelihoods,
right.
Because that
losing
it's
homes,
flame
people are
retardant.
dying on top of that hill.
And
we can say that word only in this context.
maybe if we
And
set
maybe I'm
up
not as strong as I used
your
to be.
second
Maybe I'm not as
PC
fast as
in
I was
there,
when I was in the infantry in my 20s.
and
I'm
we
listening.
But I
play
can
League
still
of
grab a shovel and
Legends
do what I need to do.
from the pillow fort, so
Well-
that way we have access to
Sure, Micah,
information
it's an eerie feeling out
quickly
here. It's
as it
nearly
comes
empty.
in.
I like what you're saying,
Yeah.
except
There are still some
I
lights
do
on,
still
but
maintain the
it's-
position that League of Legends is responsible for the bedlam
Well,
here.
it's gonna put us in a strategic
This would be a bustling
mindset
area.
in
People
case.
eating,
Yeah.
people shopping, hanging
Or
out.
Marvel Rivals.
But
No, I don't
obviously,
wanna
it's
play
now
Marvel
within the evacuation
I don't
zone.
want to get.
and an
I don't want to
area
be in
that
a
people should
shitty mood
avoid.
while we're evacuating.
So
LA's already
a
getting
very
cooked. I
strange
don't have to
feeling
watch
out
you.
here tonight.
Oh, come on, come on. That's
the words
that's
from that young
ruthless.
man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
That
sorry.
is the spirit
We
that
laughed
will be
from crying.
required here in
It's
Southern
crazy.
California to turn this corner and see the sunlight again from all of us.
Yeah, to do this together.
Yeah.
You know, it is
Yeah,
like
that
you say,
is
heartbreaking
insane.
to see.
Yeah.
It's affected so many people that we know personally, and
Yep.
you know, it's frightening to truly to be you know, telling these
Dude.
people's stories, but also to be part of it. You
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah.
you know, you just hope for
Look how gridlocked the
best, that
streets
maybe
are.
perhaps
I
that,
know
you
how
we all
gridlocked the
come
streets are. I
together.
was in them.
That will be required.
We had to ditch our car,
that will be
basically. We had to
required,
park in an
and-
auxiliary
and
spot.
I, for one, have no doubt.
Notice the red
definitely gonna
parallel
get
lines,
tick-
which
I'm
are
definitely
breaking.
gonna
Will
get
rise,
ticketed.
As Rachel continues to track
That would be
developments in
insane.
the Palisades. Mary Beth McDade, who was in the Palisades last night,
The
has
Santa
moved
Monica
her-
ones? Yeah, I did. I feel like you get a freebie. It's like natural disaster, you gotta get a freebie. That's crazy. Imagine getting a ticket like that.
I smell like a fire.
Yeah.
You didn't bring any clothes?
You in Altadena,
Caroline, what did
and
you
we're looking at
bring?
this home. We've been in front of this one for the last 2 hours.
She brought a book.
Just watching it burn to the ground.
Nerd.
It's-
Maybe we can just rip the pages out,
it's
make
so
you some
sad.
kind
I
of.
mean, you think about the family that lived there, grew up there, all the memories that
The-
they have
the
built.
sa-
I brought clothes. You can take some on.
The saddest thing is the Club Chalamet house is gone. I mean, I feel actually bad about it, but it's also kind of interesting. This like
It's a well-made chimney, though.
yeah. Well, I mean, I guess like that's the one thing that's supposed to withstand fire, you know.
Yeah.
We had a winter storm, so VDOT told us not to leave our house or drive, and the city still ticketed law. That's crazy.
Yeah, we grabbed our. I told you I was grabbing the essentials.
I grabbed my jewelry and my Pokemon cards. We left the Pokemon cards.
I got my book that I'm reading and then passports.
That's a L for you, I think. You should have brought clothes. I mean, it'll be fine. I think it's either gonna be fine and that you guys are gonna be able to go back tomorrow morning, or you're cooked, and in which case, you know, you don't have to worry about clothes for a while.
It's going to be really hard to claim those cards on insurance.
You don't understand. It was a PSA 10.
I have to claim a few $1,000s worth of Pokemon cards.
Over there, and that's
Do you have photos of them, like proof that
and
you have
it was
them?
just so sad to see. And while we were there covering it, we actually
Yeah.
did see Governor
Okay,
Gavin
then you're
Newsom and
fine,
his
I
staff
think.
pop by. Needless to say, I mean, this school, it is named after Charles Eliot. He was the longest-serving president in Harvard University. And this school, I mean, if you look into it, it has been in many.
I have to mention something. I'm a little disappointed that you left Tifa behind. I really thought
she's 250 pounds.
I thought that as far as your most prized possessions, your fuck doll would be a part of it.
If I didn't have to walk out, she would have come with us, but
it's an art doll.
She's right here.
It's an art doll. It's an art doll. It's an art doll.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You know what?
And get the Tifa. Yeah. Go sleep in the
apartment. You're gonna need it.
Elementary school, which is also burned. And you know, this one business owner, he's really been a part of this community for a long time. He helped rebuild this area, Joey Galloway. And
do you want to give him a trazodone?
He was just so devastated to see it. He spoke to us. He lost some of his business. We have that sound.
It's next to the box with Kaya's food on the island. Damn. Should we enter Caroline into the raffle for merch since she needs some clothes? No, I think we're good. I'll give her some merch.
Speaking of merch.
Okay. So I think we're seeing some more video of the devastation.
Yo, show them off. Show them off.
Once
Get up.
again. And Joey was just telling us about, you know, the history.
Damn. New Will Neff merch coming out soon. Damn.
He is just hoping, he knows they're going to have to start at ground zero.
If you're escaping a fire and you want to look sexy as hell, get some Will Neff merch. No, Will didn't save Perviota.
Do it for me here in Altadena. I'm Mary Beth McDade. We'll send back to you
Perviota's
guys
dead
in the
now.
studio.
All right, Mary Beth, thank you. We want to talk about the air quality because obviously it is unhealthy across Southern California, not just in the fire zones, but downwind as well. The unhealthy air quality.
The phase house is gone now too. The phase house is about to burn, and I can't save any of my stuff. This shit is dead ass scary.
You can see the wildfire smoke. It's a mixture of small particles and gases and water vapor. That sucks. And we all know about the burning eyes, the runny nose, the scratchy throat.
Is it actually on fire? Like, or are they memeing?
With
the phase guys,
I don't think they're memeing.
With the phase guys, I can't ever tell. Like, are they clip farming or are they being for real?
I don't think they're memeing.
Dead ass? They're saying dead ass.
The hills are in trouble.
It's fine, but it's pretty close. Phase house should be fine. It's 5 miles north of the Sunset Fire. Wait, what? Bro, Will's house is way Will's house is in a way worse predicament than the phase house. If the phase house is like the same distance as my house
my
from
thoughts
the fire.
And prayers are with phase. I'm not worried about I'm not worried about my house.
Yeah. We're always worried about phasing up.
Yeah.
Oh man. Is that what caused the fire? Will Neff new merch? True. Saving the streamer class.
Yesterday was sort of pushing out toward the ocean, so we avoided a lot of that initially, but things have begun to change.
Yeah. The phase house, it's really sinking in now. That's what someone said in the chat.
You could see it, the smoke from the Palisades fire pushing inland and to the Los Angeles basin, and so it kind of hangs over.
Dude, look at this. Look at this.
You have
Los Angeles County District Attorney Nate Hockman, DA, sent me this video from what used to be his sister's home. He's vowing to crack down on looters in LA. It's like, bro, like, ain't nobody looting that, okay? It's cooked. What are you talking about?
So I'm here in Pacific Palisades at the site of what used to be my sister's home. She's lived here for a while, a long time, with her family. And now
there's pill pockets in there, too.
This home, along with the homes in the street in this neighborhood, are just gone. I've been here for over 60 years. I've not seen devastation like this in my lifetime. I mean, you have to harken back to the 1990s when we were hit with the floods and the fires and the earthquakes and the riots to even get close to this. Now, I'm absolutely convinced that LA is incredibly resilient, and like it's done many, many times before, Angelenos will come back and build this back better than ever. But for the people who are thinking, the criminals who are out there thinking about taking advantage of this situation through looting or through scams.
You know what's crazy? cops in this situation do actually have a utility aside from like relief efforts. They should be like managing traffic. They should be making sure that people are like evacuating in an orderly manner. They shouldn't be running around with their weapons being like, are there looters around? We should kill them. Like, what do you mean? What are we doing? It's bedlam out there. I ain't seen no goddamn cop on the roads trying to direct traffic or trying to stop people from eating each other alive. They're too busy hunting looters, apparently, in the midst of the fire. We're so one note, dude. Did you look at the dosage? Yeah. Okay.
Good boy. Good boy.
Or over the internet and preying on vulnerable victims. Let me make it quite clear what's going to happen. The DA's office, working with law enforcement, is going to arrest you. They're going to prosecute you, and you will be punished to the full extent of the law. That's a promise.
Thanks, man. Like, houses are on fire though right now. Can you say something about that?
Indicator that
he's like, I can't be the district attorney for burned houses.
Down to actually allow for the sea breeze.
Critical fire danger will continue until Friday. You think there'll be trash pickup
here and there? Because we haven't had any of that onshore flow.
I don't think so. I mean, I'm just asking.
None. And that's really important. And as I mentioned, we are going to see some of those localized, stronger north to northeast.
I'm just thinking out loud. Okay, everybody calm down.
First, Austin asking me if there will still be gay parties when he visits, and now you ask.
You're officially in a red flag warning zone, I think. No, I'm not, dude.
In Burbank at 12.
Oh, Austin, because he's supposed to be coming.
This is going to be in Ontario, and these winds are still out of
Oh, red flag warning just means that you're. It just means like you're gonna get smoke and shit.
So we need to keep
it doesn't mean it's like a secondary evacuation zone.
Few days. So I want to talk about some of the winds that we saw early this morning. Mount Lukens in the eastern end of the San Gabriel Valley saw winds.
Do we know where the perimeter of the fire is?
At 100 miles
what?
per hour.
Do we know where the perimeter of the fire is right now?
I don't know. The media hasn't been talking about it, but hold on. Fires estimate. No, there was a second separate small fire on the hillside, 2400 block of Nichols Canyon Road, which is approximately 10 feet wide. Helicopters knocked down that fire and are moving back to the Sunset Fire. Red flag means there's conditions for a fire, high fire risk, but that doesn't mean there's a fire or that you have to evacuate. I thought red flag just simply meant that, be prepared, be mindful. You know what I mean? Red flag warning is in effect for much of Los Angeles. Like the entirety of Los Angeles is in a red flag warning.
We could go to Montana.
How are we have to fly out? Fire department's going to shut down Nichols Canyon at Hollywood Boulevard. A lot of traffic in that area. Oh, man. I think heaviest fire activities on the southwestern side of the fire where helicopters are actively working. The fire on the eastern side is active flames within the interior, but the perimeter is holding well along a fire road with ground rescue resources in place. The heel of the fire has had its active flames knocked down with smoldering still on the interior. All info per Helco overhead. Helicopter coordinator with radio traffic. Dude, we got to move to Minnesota. That's what we got to do. That's like the...
have lost their lives in the Altadena area.
Our Rick Chambers spoke to family members of one of those victims.
She's back in the Palisades, and I understand that you have another structure burning.
Boom! That's a 5 boom. That gets 5 booms on the rating. I think that's double chunk chocolate cookie style booms. I mean, look how that probably feels good as fuck for the forest. I'm just saying.
Yes, I can hear you. So the family with the poor little girl who was...
Yeah. Helicopters got to feel super relieved unloading all that water. Yeah, imagine you just carrying all that. It's like a big piss. Boom.
Your neuros are getting more divergent.
No.
That was a nice water drop that we just witnessed. Yeah, I mean, it's she's back in the Palisades.
Now would be a good time to buy that fixer-upper house in Japan. Yeah, if you're If your house catches on fire, you can literally move to Japan permanently and buy that fixer-upper and live in it by yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Come back to Minneapolis. Make sure you check in with Abdullahi. Terrorist state of Turkey continues to mercilessly kill innocent Kurds in Syria. Please cover Ankh. Dude, my chat is so stupid sometimes. I swear to God. Like, we are literally in the ass cheeks of a major fire, and there's unhinged chatters in here being like, excuse me, can you please cover foreign policy right now? Fuck. We're 9 hours into the broadcast, dude. You made us like this? I did not make us like this. You can't say I'm responsible for everything, okay? I saw someone earlier wanting to cover something with Andrew Tate. Yeah. Sleep in shifts tonight, so someone's always watching the updates. Yeah, we'll be fine. Dude, I could be on fire. I could be evacuating as my house is turning into ashes in the rear view mirror, and there would be a chatter in here chirping about how I'm not doing it in a socialist fashion. Okay? There'd be one chatter being like, imagine running away from the fire instead of saving your house. Some of us are too poor and we have to sit back and actually fight the fire with the waters that we have out of bottles because we're real rugged socialists. And then another person would be like, Hasan, the fact that you have not covered the ongoing genocide in West Papua New Guinea, it speaks volumes for your character and your lack of moral fiber. Like, I could literally be like trying to evacuate my mom out of a burning building, and there'd be chatters getting mad at me for doing it in a way that they didn't think it was appropriate. There'd be like LSF posts about it. Oh my God. What if, when evacuating, would you bring the queen or let her burn like the real one is right now? Yeah, she could meet the real one. Will and Caroline are welcome to evacuate in San Diego, but Hasan is not. Frick you, Hasan. What is this? The wind gusts are devastating, truly a hurricane of fire. That is nuts. Look at this.
And each one of those has the potential to spread a new blaze.
Whoa, are you getting defensive? Calm down. Brother, I brought up a hypothetical where someone is being manic and you're still getting upset at me in a joking manner. All right, anyway, I'm tired, dude. I'm tired.
Some Rivals.
No, I'm not playing Marvel Rivals right now. Yeah, let's go. Let's get some dinner. All right, guys. That'll be all for today on our Fire Watch. Okay, I'll be live tomorrow, giving you guys some updates.
I might be live tomorrow.
Will be live tomorrow too. Anyway, we'll stay safe. Hopefully, the fire will not, continue growing. The Sunset Fire. Seems like they have a pretty decent handle on it. From my. Yeah, it looks definitely not as hellish, not as nightmarish as it did before. So that's good. And yeah, on that note, thank you, Will and Caroline and Farlito, for coming.